Hey guys, so today we're checking out the Axial Plateau LED taillights with the black housing and the smoke lens, fitting all 2018 and newer JL Wranglers. So if you're not a big fan of your factory taillights and you're looking for an affordable LED upgrade, then this kit is going to be a great choice to check out. These will offer a lot more lighting when it comes to the back end of your JL, while also offering a slightly similar factory look when it comes to the build compared to the factory LED taillights. These will also have just a super stealthy black housing and a very smoked lens on the front, which is great for anybody who's a fan of a very blacked out look. Not to mention, these will have a concave design, and that's going to bring a lot of uniqueness to the light compared to some other taillights available in the category. Now, these will have a bright red LED light bar that outlines the border of the taillight, and then it's going to have multiple red LEDs on the inside that will keep that concave effect, adding a lot of style. Now, not to mention, these are going to have the bright white LED strips, which is going to increase the visibility out of the rear end of your JL if you are struggling there with your factory backup lights. These will also come with a nice little red marker light on the side, keeping the entire light fully LED, and this is going to be a completely plug and play setup, so you don't have to worry about any additional wiring. Now, on the back here, as you can see, this has a factory style plug. No additional wiring is needed, and it'll also come with a resistor to prevent any hyper flashing. Not to mention, you're getting all of the hardware in order to install this, as well as mount up the resistor, but I would like to mention that you will have to swap over the factory bracket, but that is a very easy process, and we'll show you guys that in just a minute. But these are going to be very straightforward, perfect for anybody who doesn't want to do any additional wiring and wants something that's easy and to the point. Now, when it comes to pricing, like I mentioned before, these are going to be very affordable at roughly $200. Now, choosing lighting kind of comes down to your personal preference when it comes to look. However, when comparing these to some other options available in the category, these will be one of your most unique taillights, especially with that concave build in the middle. Not to mention, this lens is going to be very blacked out in comparison to some other options available for LED lights that have a lighter smoke lens, or they're going to have a classic red lens for more of that classic taillight look. Now, I think if you're looking for a very unique taillight and also something that's going to give a super sleek look to the back end of your JL, then these are going to be right up your alley. Now, as for install, this is going to be very straightforward. Like I mentioned before, completely plug and play at a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you no longer than 45 minutes to get the job done. And one of our installers here is going to walk you through that process step by step. Let's hop into the install.
The tools you'll need for this installation are a Torx 40 and a 5.5mm socket, a flathead, and a Phillips head screwdriver.
How's it going, guys? Today I'll be showing you how to install the Axial Plateau LED taillights with black housing and smoke lenses for your 18 to 22 Wrangler. Let's go. First, let's open up the tailgate and rear window and locate the plastic cover that's right between the taillight and the roll bar. Now, to get this trim cover off, you'll need either a screwdriver, flathead, or a trim removal tool, and you just place under the tab and lift up. With the cover off, take a Torx 40 to remove the plastic bolt. When you remove the tail light, you'll find the connector with a safety tab on it. To release the safety tab, use your flathead screwdriver, then you can press the button to disconnect the harness. Alright guys, to prep the Axial Plateau tail light for installation, we need a few things. We have the supplied bracket and hardware, which consists of 2 screws and 2 nuts. And we also need our Phillips head screwdriver and a 5.5mm socket. And what we're going to do is we're going to mount this resistor onto the bracket so we can secure it properly when we're installing the tail light. The last bit of prep work we have to do before we install our Axial Plateau taillight is to remove this bracket from the factory headlight. And to remove it, we need to take out these 3 Phillips head screws and then just transfer the bracket over to our LED taillight. Now that we have our LED taillight prepped, we have to mount the bracket to the frame of the body using the supplied J-clips. Once that's done, we connect the harness and set the taillight in place. All right, so the last part of our installation is to reinstall the plastic bolt and the plastic trim piece. Mind you, it is a plastic bolt, so be very careful when you're reinstalling it. And if you don't have a Torx 40, you can use a 10mm socket. The passenger side is installed. For the driver's side, just repeat the same exact steps.
So that is going to wrap it up for my review and the install on the Axial Plateau LED taillights with the black housing and the smoke lens, fitting all 2018 and newer JL Wranglers. For more videos and products just like this, remember to always keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.